Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
In order to prevent delay in diagnosis of oral cancer, Quick Blue is developing the novel formulation for screening and biopsy site identification in oral cancer. This cost-effective, easy-to-interpret technique is the need of the hour.
During my academic career, I could found out a molecule named as toluidine blue O having immense potential to diagnose oral cancer at a very early stage. So, toluidine blue O is available in the market in a very crude form, in the laboratory grade form. So, what I did is I improvised the method of synthesis of toluidine blue O so that we can obtain the pharmaceutical grade toluidine blue O. To carry forward this research, I evaluated the effectiveness of this improved toluidine blue O formulation in approximately 600 oral cancer patients, and I could see this is 98% effective clinically. So, I could establish the proof of concept that this toluidine blue O improved formulation is an effective drug to screen oral cancer. And then another problem with the toluidine blue O is a dark blue colored chemical. So, it makes the surface area, it makes the clinical area messy, and it is always applied with another solution, that is acetic acid. So, acetic acid and toluidine blue O solution, they have to be applied onto the site of the oral ulcer consecutively in 3-step application method. So, therefore, what we did is we have devised the application method also through a dual chamber sprayer. So, the dual chamber sprayer, one chamber will contain acetic acid and another chamber will contain toluidine blue O. So, anytime the patient comes to the dental clinic having a large ulcer, the dental surgeon can spray the acetic acid first, followed by toluidine blue O, and then again in the third step acetic acid can be applied, which will remove the toluidine blue O which is in excess. If toluidine blue O stains the ulcerated tissue into a dark blue colored area, then it is clinically diagnosed as oral cancer. So, the improved toluidine blue O formulation, which is devised by our study, has been found 98% effective clinically, and the clinical tissue has also been correlated histopathologically, and we could see there is 98% clinical pathological correlation. So, then I went to intellectual property protection, but in the process of translating this research into any tangible product requires 3 things. So, translating this research into a tangible product requires resources, mentorship and a supportive ecosystem. I was fortunate enough to be incubated at KIT TBI, and then I got the opportunity to receive Biotechnology Ignition Grant Scheme of BIREC, Government of India, followed by Startup Odisha. And that is how I could establish the proof of concept, and which was further validated by the patient related study. So, the purpose of handing over the patent was not just for the sake of technology transfer, but to collaborate with the pharmaceutical industry for their expertise and capacity to bring this product from lab to the market, because eventually what we want is this idea should not be confined in the research lab, it should reach the people who actually need it, that is those are our oral cancer patients. So, that is why we went for the technology transfer with a very reputed pharmaceutical, Supriya Pharmaceutical, based at Mumbai, who have enough expertise and capacity to bring this product into the market. Being associated with a dental college and hospital, I come across approximately 3 to 4 oral cancer patients every week, and what I see is the mortality and morbidity is very high because of two important things. One is a diagnostic delay, and second is the patient ignorance, the lack of mass screening. So, diagnostic delay also mostly happens due to less patient awareness. Patient comes to us with a large ulcer when the ulcer has been very large. So, what the problem area is, the surgeon is, it becomes difficult to detect the site of biopsy, and because of which we all know that histopathology is the gold standard of diagnosis. So, if the tissue is not taken from the appropriate site, it will lead to erroneous diagnosis. So, this toluidine blue, besides screening oral cancer, it also identifies the biopsy site. So, in a large ulcer, if we apply this toluidine blue O, the site which is which is intensely blue is the site where we should take the biopsy, and that will of course give us the diagnosis, give us the correct diagnosis in maximum 7 to 10 days, which is the time period for tissue processing. So, this toluidine blue O, in addition to identifying oral cancer at a very early stage, it also identifies the biopsy site. So, this tool, toluidine blue O, in this dual chamber sprayer, it comes as a package, that is oral cancer screening kit. This oral cancer screening kit, when it comes to the market and when it is used by the dental surgeon for every patient that visits to the dental clinic, it would be a valuable tool to screen oral cancer at a very early stage. In fact, during mass screening also, this would be a very valuable tool. When the dental surgeon takes this kit in his pocket, the kit is very handy and cost effective definitely, because the cost of toluidine blue as such would be very less. So, this kit is cost effective and ready to use in the dental next to the dental chair. So, the dental surgeon can carry this kit to any village or any town with them, so that they can screen oral cancer 1000 patients at a time. See, the technology has already been transferred, but the job does not end here. We will be always in collaboration, working in collaboration with the pharmaceutical industry, so that the drug approval we require, that is the first thing to be done. We need to get the drug approval from DCGI CDSCO. After that, we need to take a clinical trial, multi-institutional clinical trial, then only this drug is allowed to be marketed in the country. While traveling this journey from a researcher to an entrepreneur, I could perceive three important points. The first is adaptability, second is perseverance, and the third is resilience. We need to adapt ourselves to all the possible situations. We need to constantly modify our product, understanding its loopholes as well as its strengths, and there should be a relentless movement towards your goal. So, you should be able to analyze the situation well and see what you want to go forward in your life. You can take help from your mentors, you can take help from your peer group, you can take help from your family who will keep you moving. So, moreover, being a researcher, being an academia, I would like to stress on the fact that I personally could sense that this academic research has a much more powerful role to play in societal progress. So, I would urge all my fellow academicians to translate their research into product which would solve the pressing health issues at present. Since the day I started the journey of a big grantee, as of now I could see a marked improvement in innovation culture in India, and I wish we strive more and more towards a rich innovation culture in India, and we can make the Make in India program a huge success. Dental surgeons are the one who can first diagnose oral cancer, because any patient, we have seen many patients where patients go to dental clinic, but because of lack of screening tool. As I said, if we can achieve early diagnosis, that we call it as screening, screening in oral cancer, if we can achieve it, we can reduce the mortality and morbidity to a great extent. And why the screening is not, why those screening tools are not available in India is, there are hardly 2 to 3 clinically effective screening tools available in India, and those are hugely expensive. And the second point is, they are highly technique sensitive. So, our dental surgeons, neither they are they can afford this screening tools, nor they can apply it easily in their patients. That is why we have come up with this screening tool, which is not only cost effective but also handy to use. Next to dental chair, the dental surgeon can use this whenever any patient comes to the dental clinic. So, being associated with the dental hospital, I see many oral cancer patients, and the routine process of diagnosis is only histopathology. And of course, histopathology is the gold standard of diagnosis, but it takes a lot of time. And during that time, the lesion, the oral cancer further worsens. So, our motive is, our objective of this oral cancer screening kit is to diagnose oral cancer at a very early stage in a cost effective way, in a ready to use way, in a user convenient way. The purpose of transferring this technology to expert pharmaceutical industry is to scale, to adapt, and eventually to deploy the product into the market. That was the sole purpose of technology transfer. Although the culture of innovation has been inculcated in the mind of researcher and academicians, but there is, I believe that there is not enough sensitization towards intellectual property protection. There are so many protocols, so many rules and regulations while protecting your intellectual property, that we still need to be aware of it. So, I believe that the organization which is responsible for it should sensitize the academicians and researchers regarding the intellectual property protection.